answer for his presidency. He doesn't want to do that, and he's not gonna do it. He's not going to come and account for that. He doesn't want to stand in front of a room full of black folk and explain that. You're not going to be able to march out Melissa Harris Perry and Michael Eric Dyson and the rest of the bought and paid for Negro bootlicks, and they're going to run interference for you? No, we've already educated the people about the so-called black academics, of which Barack Obama is just one of them. We've already educated them. You can't trust any of them. Now it's impossible for him to show his face. It's impossible for him to do that. He made a little old whiny-ass, corny-ass video, and then back off into the shadows he goes. And the white media would have had you believe this could never, ever happen. We dismantled their puppet before he had left office. Let's just be very clear. Barack was hiding from the cameras and hiding from questions long before he left office. Those last 24 months in office, he was already ducking and dodging. Now you can see, ain't no ex-president superstar, ex-president rock star. You're not seeing white folks try to sit up here and hold him up as some icon to black people because they know black folk don't rock with him, period. They're gonna run up and say, don't you think Obama was a great president? Yeah, he was great for you. He was great for you. Yeah, I'm sure you're thrilled about him. He did great things for you. Everything white supremacy wanted to get done under him got done. Yeah, you loved it. We're black folk with an agenda now. We're black folk with an agenda. And what is the agenda now? We've stayed focused like a laser beam. They don't like this. We're reminding them, hell, y'all just spent $5 trillion plus. Depending on the estimates you look at, it's between 5 to 10 trillion so far, because there's a bunch of money being spent that they're not talking about. After telling us what you couldn't do, it would take years. It needs consensus. There needs to be a study. It can't be open-ended. You can't just write a blank check. The country can't afford it. Blah, blah, blah. They showed you, hell, actually, we can get this stuff done in a matter of days. Actually, no. That's just what we can tell you niggas. We can get this stuff done whenever we want to. Oh, yeah, and by the way, both sides of the aisle. Both sides of the aisle. Nobody talking about what's politically unfeasible. Nobody talking about what's politically popular. Nobody's talking about opposition. Nobody talking about that. Both sides of the aisle lockstep. No, if they want to do this stuff, they do it. And if you have a president demanding it, then you're going to have a situation where they move faster. If you had a president actually pushing for these things, then it would actually happen. If it's not happening, it's because you have a president who's not pushing for it. And what they were hoping is that we would spend the rest of our lives like the civil rights generation and just begging for nothing. Just vote for them and hope for the best. No. No, 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 no. And there's something else that they realized during this whole coronavirus outbreak. You haven't heard black people really demanding a whole lot. As a matter of fact, we're sitting back and saying, hell, everybody else sees what it's like to be black now. You can't get into the hospital. You can't get health care. Your money is all messed up and funny. Can't get another job. Police are harassing folks all over the place. Hell, this is what black folk go through every day. We've been dealing with this for 400 years. This is what it's like to be black. We ain't tripping on it. Welcome to our world. They're the ones who are going nuts and crazy. They couldn't take it for one day. We've been taking it for centuries. This is where we live at. None of this was surprising us. None of this was a shock to the system of us. This has been our reality. Everybody else is losing their minds. So they're waiting for us to jump up and come running to the rescue, and for us to be the noble people that they can hide behind, promote their agendas, try to strap it on to the civil rights struggle and say, well, if it's, we didn't do right by black folks, so let's do right by everybody else now. Nope. The election has been canceled. The election has been canceled. Not interested in discussing anything. The election has been canceled. If we're not going to be discussing reparations, then forget about it. The election is done. Y'all can show up however you want to. We're pulling the trigger on it this time. What black vote? You haven't given us anything to vote for. How the hell we gonna show up at the election polls with you telling us what we can't get? And yet corporations and mostly white small businesses, they say small businesses, they're talking about white businesses, are getting trillions of dollars. Millions and billions and trillions of dollars, and then you gonna come back to us with an empty ass hand and say, I'll catch you on the backside. I'll see if we can do something later. Maybe we can give you a little college tuition help. Oh, hell no. While you go to Wall Street and they simply just say, okay, what you want? No, we're not playing that game. So the election has been canceled. The election has been canceled. We'll see y'all in 2024, or maybe not. We'll see you in 2024, or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just take the decade off, and maybe we'll come back in 10 years and see if you still have a political party. Because you're not gonna out white supremacist Donald Trump. You ain't gonna beat him. You're not gonna be a bigger white supremacist than he is. Donald Trump speaks the language of power. Donald Trump speaks the language of unapologetic power and influence. And Latinos and Asians resonate with that. They come from nations where they're used to being targeted by the government. If Trump ain't shooting at them, they ain't really offended. I want the rest of you to not take it badly here. Understand this is the way politics work, where they come from. If the leader of the country ain't shooting at you, no autopsy, no foul. Don't you get confused about how serious this is. I've told you all from the very beginning. Don't you get confused about this. You watch Republicans and Democrats, conservatives and liberals, and then you get confused and think that this is some Mortal Kombat fight to the death. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is a fight over whose ideology will control white supremacy. If you saw my film Race War, I have to remind you again, Richard Spencer and Jared Taylor only differ about the tactics used to accomplish the goal. The goal is white supremacy. There is no fight over whether white supremacy should rule, just over which ideology is best to implement it. There is no argument among these non-black groups that white supremacy should rule. It is simply about which tactics should be used to achieve. But they're already on board. They're already on board. Everybody is already on board. Jason, how do you know about that? Take a look at this right here. And by the way, this was like almost a month ago. Almost a month ago, March 27th. At the time, they were talking about $10 trillion worldwide. Everywhere in the world, from the Caribbean to Haiti. There's our reparations money right there. Everywhere. Britain. America. There's our reparations money right there. And this was back on March 27th. March 27th. There goes your reparations money everywhere. Restoration funds for Africa everywhere. There's your reparations money right there. There it is. Don't have to go looking for it. I found it. You want to know where your reparations money is? I found it. I got it. See it right here. Found it for you. I know you thought it was lost. No, I found it. Didn't take me any time either. Took me no damn time. They're just going to try to play this game with us. That nothing that we do matters, nothing that we say matters and whatnot. They just want to see how much of it we are going to tolerate. So here's our plan. Our plan is this November, if we all cannot be equally comfortable, then we will all be equally uncomfortable. If we cannot all be equally pleased, then we will all equally suffer. That's the game plan now. If you are not going to see to our well-being, then everybody's going down with us. And we don't think you've got the Constitution to be able to tolerate and endure what we have. You ain't built like that. But either we are voting for a black agenda or there will be no vote. Simple as that. There will be a black agenda or there is nothing to vote for. Therefore, don't ask where we are. Either the black agenda is on the table, front and center, on our terms, our way, or there will be no vote. Let me tell y'all something right now. The country as it stands right now, after all this damn spending they're doing, you're somewhere around, what, $26 trillion in debt? What's another 10? What's another 10 at this point? What's another $10 trillion? Let's go ahead and just knock it all out. Let's just knock it all on out then. 25 trillion, 35 trillion, what's the difference at this point? When you're talking about trillions of dollars, let's just go ahead and knock everything on out. Let's just get the reparations done. Let's just get that squared away. Let's just go get it all done now. So we can fix it and address it now. If you're going to go ahead and put that kind of money into it, let's just go ahead and do it and get everything on the table. And let's just get this whole reparations and societal reorganization and get black folks straightened out now. And let's just go ahead and run the bill up now so we can go ahead and take care of that. Let's just go ahead and knock it on out. And don't tell me you worried about how much it costs. You ain't been worried for the last damn month. You weren't worried when Boeing said, can you toss me $60 billion? You weren't worried when the bank said, hey, can you throw $1 trillion at me? Don't sit up here and get stingy when black folks show up and say, hey, you broke bread for a bunch of other folk who really caused their own problems. You need to break my bread. Cut the check. Cut the damn check. That's what it's gonna be. Cut the check. Don't want no excuses. Cut the check. Oh, you ain't cutting no check? All right. Later. Wait a minute, we got an election. No, you have an election. I got dinner to make. I got TV to watch. I got hustling to do. You got an election. I got business to handle. You go take care of your election. Oh yeah, have fun with Trump for 4 more years. Have fun with that. No, it will be a black agenda or it will be nothing at all. Do you understand me? It will be a black agenda or there will be nothing at all. We weren't playing, we weren't joking, we weren't fooling around, we weren't being hyperbolic. We wasn't trying to make idle threats. It's real. You're going to promote our agenda or we're not showing up. Now let's understand something, people. They didn't forget about reparations during all this. They're hoping that the coronavirus changes the subject. That's why the white media wants to stretch this out as long as they can. They're hoping the coronavirus will change the subject. They're hoping that we'll be sitting here as black folk. Oh, and you know what? You really need to be worried about it because this coronavirus is really targeting black people. Well, you know, y'all are making up the numbers and inflating as you go along and whatnot, and you add people who didn't die from coronavirus. Nigga, don't worry about that right there. You need to show up at these polls and vote for us because Trump gonna leave you unprotected. So you better vote for us. This coronavirus is a bigger threat than anything going on with you. You worry about reparations. Don't you know you're gonna die, nigga? You're gonna die if you don't vote the way we want you to. You better start focusing on coronavirus and you better start forgetting about reparations. Do you wanna die, nigga? Do you wanna die? Well, then you better start focusing on what we tell you to do. Damn them reparations and that black agenda stuff. Ain't you worried about your life? So do you all see how they've used coronavirus to attempt to change the subject? Oh, you need to worry about coronavirus. No, forget no reparations. The coronavirus. That's what the real issue is. The real issue isn't reparations, it's coronavirus. Oh yeah, we could be dealing with this for at least another year. Oh, so straight through the election. Man, we could be dealing with this for another year. You better vote the way we need you to right now. We ain't got time to worry about reparations. Coronavirus is going to be the issue for at least another year. To which I say, well, if we're all still alive in another year, we can deal with that then. Right now, while I'm still alive and healthy, cut the check. That's what we're gonna focus on now. But don't you worry about getting sick. No, I don't hang out with y'all, so I'm not really worried about getting sick. Well, somebody you know might come in contact with you. Well, I think I'll be all right with that. Yeah, but what if you catch the coronavirus? Cough, cough, nigga, cut my check. Hand me my Kleenex, hand me my Theraflu, give me this blanket, and cut my damn check. That's what you gonna do. With no delay. That's what you gonna do. You come at me with the bull jive, just understand, you're holding me up from getting to the election polls. You holding me up. If you would hurry up and break my bread, I can get to the election poll. You're the one slowing me down. You're the one slowing me down. Cut my check and then we can discuss the election. Clearly you're not really worried about that election because you ain't broke my bread yet. Cut my check. You slowing me down from getting to the polls if it's really that important to you. If it were really that important to you, then we would be discussing something a little bit different right now. Till we get to that point, I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. We're going to open up the telephone lines here in just a moment and go ahead and take your telephone calls here at the home of Intelligent Black Thought.